Hi, welcome to Chris Cook for You Too. Today we're going to be doing brown butter chocolate chip cookies. So let's get started with the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need 1.5 sticks of butter, and that's going to be softened butter. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. You're going to need light brown sugar, 1 cup. If you don't have light brown, you can use dark brown. You're going to need 1/4 cup of white sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk, 3/4 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and of course you're going to need your chocolate chips, and that's 2 cups. Now, you're going to take, the next step is to brown your butter. So you're going to go to the stove and brown your softened butter. How do you do that? You just allow it to constantly cook on a low heat until it actually starts to brown. And I'll take you to the point where, as you know, that it's getting ready to brown. You want to constantly stir this because you do not want it to burn. You just want to brown this sugar. When it browns, it's going to liquefy like an oil, but it's going to separate from the little granules in the bottom. And it's at this point when it starts to froth that you're going to actually see that it's now turning brown. And it's going to separate. Continue to stir. Don't stop stirring because you don't want it to burn. It's going to separate, but you're going to add the granules as well as adding the oil. There it is. It's brown. It's not burnt. So you're going to pour in the oily part of the butter, and then you're going to put the granules that were down in the bottom of the pot. You're going to put that in as well. Now, these cookies are really delicious, and I think that if you try it, you're truly going to enjoy it. You got these holidays that are coming up, Thanksgiving as well as Halloween, and it's nice to just have cookies anytime. Now, once you put in your butter, then you're going to start to mix it and add your other ingredients. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add the white sugar to the bowl. Now, to the white sugar, you're going to go ahead and you're going to add the light brown sugar or dark brown, whichever one that you may have or you may prefer. You're going to go ahead and add that, and you're going to blend it together well. Make certain that you blend it well because you don't want those lumps or those little knots that you get in your sugar sometimes. You want to make certain that that's blended out. And it's okay if your butter is still warm when you get ready to put all of the ingredients together. That's fine. Just make sure that it's not too warm when you get ready to add the eggs, and that's what you're going to add to this sugar. But first, you're going to scrape down your bowl because you want to make certain that you have everything. Why are you scraping down your bowl? Because if it's anything that did not blend well when you started the blending process, in the bottom, you want to make sure that you get it, and now it's blending well. So once that blends, you're going to start to add your eggs. And remember, that's 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk. So on this second egg yolk, you're going to disregard the white part of the second egg. Okay, now once you do that and you start back to blend, you're going to add in your vanilla extract. Again, you're going to stop the mixer and you're going to scrape it down. And once you scrape it down, you're just blending, making certain that everything is blended in. You're going to start it back. Now, while that is mixing, you're going to go ahead and take your salt and your baking soda, and you're going to put it into your flour and mix it together. Why are you doing that? Because you don't want too strong of a taste of salt or baking soda. And if you blend it in with your flour before you put it into your cookie mixture, then it's going to have an even taste and you will not even notice it. Now, you're going to spoon in your flour, 1 spoonful at a time. You don't have to spoon it slow, but just make sure that you're only adding a little bit at a time, because you don't want this to lump up on you. And once it starts to all blend together, as you can see it doing that now, you want to add your chocolate chips in. Keep your mixer on a low speed. Once you add in your chocolate chips, the process is finished. How quick and easy was that? You're going to take a scoop, a small scoop if you have one. If you don't, you can use a large tablespoon, and you're going to ball your cookies. Just use, ball it into little bitty measurements. You don't need a whole lot, not unless you prefer super big cookies, and if that's what you want to do, you can go ahead. Now, while these cookies taste real good when they're done with just the chocolate chips, I love walnuts or pecans in my cookies, so that you can go ahead and add if you want. If you don't, you can just do it like it is. You're going to bake that in the oven at 350 degrees for 10 to 11 minutes, and this is the way they will come out. And they are beautiful. Not only are they beautiful in color, these cookies taste fantastic. It makes about maybe 2 dozens, a little bit more, but you have enough cookies where you can truly enjoy it. And that chocolate chips, they just melted so good in those cookies. All you need is some ice cream or a tall glass of milk. Now, there you have it. Chris and her team is making brown butter chocolate chip cookies. Don't they look delicious? And as always, thank you for watching Chris Cook for You Too. Bye. Please follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Chris Cook for You Too. And don't forget to share this video. Bye.